All right, guys, here we are for Cybercast Episode 35, the Transformer podcast. My name is Josh, also known as G1 Hexatron. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, all those things at G1 Hexatron, and I am joined by Dakota.
And I go by everything at Primal Sabbath, so just look for that.
All right, on everything. I mean, we're talking
Absolutely. I mean,
Russian mail order bride website.
Yep.
It is Primal Sabbath, everything, right?
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's one. I mean, I even have it on my boxers. Primal Sabbath. That's what I go by.
So for the people that don't know, why are you signed up for a Russian mail order bride website anyway?
Oh, because I have terrible choice in friends, evidently. And I think I'll just leave it at that.
Well, how was that working?
I met this really nice, very big, manly woman, and she just said all the sweet little things that I just really appreciate.
So it's actually going pretty well.
No.
No, oh,
No,
okay.
yeah, you know how it
Sad
gets.
face.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Hey.
on another announcement, I won't get into the detail, guys, but I have two brothers. One of them is in need and needs a place to live. So everything, the way that you see it now, is probably or I know it's going to be completely different for the next episode because I am having to move my Transformer collection room into my bedroom, which I always try to keep those two things separate. You know, if you bring a lady over to the house, it's just. And we were talking to TJ about this. Like when you walk into my living room, it looks like a 31-year-old adult's living room. It looks adult-like. The kitchen, the hallway, everything. There's nothing that really displays that I got a little bit of a kid inside, and I enjoy collecting toys. And same thing in the bedroom. But now they're gonna walk in there, and that's gonna be the only thing. It's just gonna be like, wow.
So are these robots going to be looking at us? Oh yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's a bigger room, but I just try to keep those two things separate. I guess you could say, and I'm not gonna be able to do it now.
Hey man, it's a gangster's paradise.
All right, so why don't you go ahead and let people know that this is the last episode for the contest, for the Cybercast contest. And do you even remember the rules? Because I think it was last time that you said like everyone was getting free stuff. All they had to do was comment, subscribe. I was like, oh god, no, that was the Halloween episode. I was like, oh god, please don't let people think that because that is not true.
Yeah, basically, what you have to do is you got to be subscribed to both of us and just comment on the Cybercast, and whoever has kind of interacted the most, not only gets a little something on one of us. Actually, it's actually the top two. Me and Josh are both giving something away. Josh is actually giving away his Fortress Maximus.
What the hell? I am.
So
what?
Yeah, and that's
No.
I thought that's what we discussed. You were
No, and it's not just comment, but we want to find those watchers of the Cybercast that are engaging in the conversation. Just because we like to watch it, when people they watch it live and they they're commenting throughout, and I know there's a little bit of a lag, so sometimes whenever like we're 10 minutes past that conversation, sometimes your comments start to kind of just roll in. We'll both try to get to those. But it's, even if you watch it afterwards, we just want engaging, and we're trying to build up the Cybercast a little bit more. But there's no Fort Max being given away. I don't know how that happened. But
I was I was almost 100% sure that you were giving away the Fort Max.
well, if that's true, then Dakota's giving away everything that we're going to be discussing on the Cybercast. So how do you like that? Yeah, we can start off with a $200 third-party Dinobot, but
Hey, still beats the Fort Max, huh?
trust me, I will get to that price point. All right, but that's pretty much the way the contest works, and so far I've got a Springer Bolt, or not a Springer, but a Sandstorm, and I can pick up a Springer, and we're going to be giving away to 2 lucky viewers. They commented consistently through episode 31 through this episode number 35. We're going to announce those winners on episode 36. So there's not going to be any private video to where, like, here's the contest winners. It's going to be on episode 36. So obviously, if you won, you don't watch that. You know, we'll give you a week to respond. I think that's fair, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah. So on episode 36, we're going to announce who are the 2 winners, and I'm saying a Springer and a Sandstorm.
Wow.
If you want one of those, just message me on YouTube, because I'm going to be the one buying, and Dakota's just going to, PayPal me money. But if you both want Springers or something like that, then just message me and I can go swap them out or something like that, or or I can just ship them out. And make sure you include your mailing address if you are the winner. And I don't care where you live in the world, so there's no thing where it's U.S. only. It's wherever you are. Everyone needs a fair chance to win. And like I was talking to my dad earlier, and I was like, yeah, I have viewers on my channel, or subscribers from my channel, that are like live in 139 different countries, and a lot of them I've never even heard of before, because I was just looking at the analytics. Like, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. So what are you gonna say?
I also want to. I was just gonna point out. I guess it kind of slipped up under my nose. I am finally past that big 100 mark, so I'm gonna be doing my own giveaway. But I'll kind of get stuff situated after that. Yeah. So.
That's probably gonna be a giveaway for like a Metro Titan, or I'm hoping Leo Kaiser, or Victory Saber or something like that. That'd be awesome.
I think you have me confused for Victory Saber 77. I believe that's going to be his next giveaway. That Leo Kaiser he just got.
Oh. I'll be looking forward to that. I'll definitely
see, Josh. I told you I wasn't the only one that couldn't see you. Spiderus Prime can't see you either.
What?
Yeah, dude.
All right, well, let me see if I can fix this real quick. All right, can we see me now?
No, I don't know what the deal is. You is that Walmart webcam not working out for you too well?
It's a really good webcam. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's all right. We're about to get into the news, anyways, aren't we?
Well, if they can't see me, that means that they can't see the screen share either.
Well, just start screen share, and I'll tell you if I can see it.
All right. Well. Can you see that Big Bad Toy Store?
Nope.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Huh.
You know what? I'm sorry for the live viewers. I might have to end this and just start a new one up.
Just want to patch them together?
Yeah, and I'll just patch them together. But I apologize. Yeah, I'm gonna end this right here, and then I will start a new one up here in like 5 seconds. So
part 1, guys. Introduction and giveaway. Part 2, the good stuff.
Yes, stuff people actually care about. So
that's right. They always come back.
All right, guys, so we're going to continue on. Sorry about that intro there for the last one, but you can see me now, Dakota, right?
Yeah, Google hates Josh, so...
there's always something. Like, I knew it had been a little bit more than 5 weeks before Google had like screwed up on me, so that's why everything has started to mess up there. But I'll end up linking the videos together or something like that, so you guys can get everything that you need. First thing that I wanted to mention is I made a mistake. I said this guy was going to be $120. He's actually $80. This is the Planet X PX02.
That's going to be $80. Not bad.
Yeah, the Fall of Cybertron swoop there. So, yeah, I said 120, 130, something like that. Obviously, I was way off. I apologize, but I wanted to clear it up with you guys because it was a big enough mistake, and as far as price goes, that it's something I had to address.
And
the next thing is I'm going to call it XO Virgin, but what is it actually called, Dakota?
Crossover Gen.
Okay, so they have the Black Nemesis version of at TF Source up for $175. I don't remember if this is the price that the original one went for whenever it was online, but it seems a bit expensive.
Yeah, I mean, considering I just sold my San Diego Comic-Con Nemesis Prime, not interested. And I mean, even still, like I don't think I'd go out and buy a United Black Convoy for it either.
Yeah, I think if you maybe already have the original regular, the red and blue version, that you'll probably go out and buy the God Bomber. I know Victory Savior said that that's something that he's looking forward to, but now you having to go out and get these things the second time, we all know that the price increases no matter where you try to buy it from. So
yeah,
something I'm not really interested in.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's just kind of meaningless, I guess, for me at least.
Just expensive. Like Transformers are just getting way too expensive as far as secondary markets and third parties. It's kind of like everyone tries to well, I think my product's a little bit better, so I'll bump it up a little bit more, and it's like slow down. It's even on the secondary market when people first person puts that thing up for sale. They're like, well, I'm just going to put this amount up and see if that's what it gets. And then everyone else just kind of follows suit and thinks that that's the standard. And that's where we kind of get with things. With those, just kind of like those BotCon Seekers.
Yeah.
What did those things go for when they first went up? Like someone just grabbed them and put them up there at a bite now at some random ass price.
Oh goodness, I know it had to have been
200 plus.
Yeah, well, it had to have been more than 200 because I think they were starting out at 300. Unless I'm thinking about the 2012 Junkion, but I'm pretty sure that that happened with the Seeker anyways. Luckily, I just kind of knew a guy that was going, and I paid him a little extra just to get me one, pre-knowing what the exclusive was going to be anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, everyone kind of just followed suit. And if that initial guy, would have put up something like 225, guess what? The initial startup price would have been all around 225. So, a lot has to do with that very first person that puts it up. So, hopefully, sellers, or not sellers, but if you're a seller, I mean, it's genius. Because you're making money when you shouldn't be making money on something. But buyers get a little bit more aware. And as soon as that person goes through a couple of weeks of this item has relisted itself and no one's buying it, it starts to get a little bit more price to reality of what it's worth, which it's not even worth $100 what they were asking for it, at BotCon, but whatever.
Oh yeah, I think that's the 3-pack was actually like a $90, $99, something like that. $100 after tax.
I don't even think it's worth that, but it's a BotCon set, so. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, the next little piece of news for you Voltron fans or just robot fans or fans of the 80s, I guess, robots. There's going to be a 30th anniversary diecast light-up set with sound and stand, is what it says here. Now, this is exactly like the, I believe, 20th and I know it's exactly like the 25th anniversary. I believe it's just like the 20th. It's kind of like a masterpiece set of Voltron here. So this is all going to be die-cast.
but
Don't believe the sword is, but
not as huge and awesome as say the what was it, the Mattel Collectors Club, that huge
I didn't
freaking.
even like that thing. That thing, yes, it is huge, but this is something that I believe is only it's going to stand 11 inches tall, and it's also going to come with the little chrome weapons as well, and it's going to have a little badge. You can
Yeah.
see here at the front of the stand, you can plug in there and it activates its sounds and
Huh.
lights up and stuff like that.
See, I always thought the just the regular Masterpiece one was really good. But like you said, the deal with the that other one is just couldn't it like not hold itself up? Did it
Well,
have a lot of
here's the
stability
thing.
issues?
I know for certain that this is just the exact mold of
But it's die
the
cast.
25th anniversary, and I believe there's a 20th anniversary as well. But there's one that's die cast, and there's also one that's plastic. Now, there's positive and negatives with both. One, us being kids from the 80s, we want something that is die cast because it makes it, I don't know, just that much more enjoyable. We know we're getting a really good, solid product. And being an adult collector, it's not like you're going to be playing with these things and chipping any plastic or anything like that. But a lot of people said that they enjoy the plastic model a little bit more just because when they pick it up, the legs don't automatically gravitate to each other and hit each other. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like when I buy a Masterpiece figure, I transform it. I do a couple times. I do my review. I put it in the pose I want, and I set it on my shelf. And maybe sometimes I use it for comparisons, but I don't play with my toys, so
Yeah.
that's not a big deal to me. It's not like I'm picking up my figures all the time and they're banging their legs together.
Yeah. But then, over time, diecast is gonna get fragile and loose, and it's if I'm not mistaken, it's harder to tighten diecast than it is plastic. You just put that super glue on plastic and you're done.
Okay. We'll move on to the next thing. Will you turn your
Yes, I will.
video game down a
That was
little
my
bit
bad.
there?
I didn't know how loud. I just didn't see the thing on the
Yeah,
mic
it's
going. Yeah.
a little loud. Are you playing that Japanese game to where you're the school teacher and you're like trying to pick up on all the little schoolgirls? Is that the
Yes,
one you're playing? Yeah.
that's it. I'm kind of addicted.
Yes, I knew it. All right, so this is a new picture right here from I think it was G3 or something like that, some Transformer show that obviously somewhere that has a show in English that I cannot pronounce. I don't know if that's Japanese, to be honest. I think it is, but I don't want to say for certain. But this is anyway X Transbot. We can read that right there. This is their little pipes or huffer. So this is the newest shot of him. This is more than a bit of nice chrome detail all over him. So very nice there.
Hmm.
Actually, I think it's tougher just because of the way that the this section right here. I think for pipes it's supposed to come up, and for huffer it's supposed to lay back. So that's something that I would take note of. But a lot of chrome here. I didn't know it was going to have this much chrome, and then with the guns chrome, the arms, that's really nice.
I think my defense still remains the same though. It's huffer and pipes.
That is true, my friend. Well, next thing, surprise, the newest image of Pandora's Box. I don't remember what the name of this is, but it's made by Pandora's Box, and it's basically an upgrade set for Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime for the Fall of Cybertron set. And this one's obviously for Ultra Magnus. Notes the Ultra Magnus sword and his body laying in there.
Is it still not transforming?
Yeah, because whenever they had it for it's going to be able to transform, it was expensive.
It's still too freaking expensive
Yeah,
now.
and now they're like, yeah, we kind of heard what you guys were saying. Apparently, a lot of third-party companies watched the Cybercast because I had a guy last week that said that he was with the designer for Dakota Toys, and that we have, that's old images or blah blah blah, And I kind of went back and discussed with him. I never heard back from him because I was like, well, if you want to shoot me any images of new, product placement of your particular figure, feel free. And I kind of just left it in his court to actually find out if he was legit or not, and never got his word back. I've also heard back from Impossible Toys before as well on the Cybercast. Back when they were still in business. So apparently a few third-party companies out there do watch the Cybercast. But they ended up decreasing the price of this figure, and they made him non-transformable. So he's just going to be the figure itself that you see here. Still
That's so
very
stupid.
expensive.
I mean, I've already said my piece with this, but
it was more expensive than the Fans Project City Commander, which is still highly sought after.
Yeah.
And this was still more expensive than that. So I forget exactly the price that these things are going for. But it's the newest image. I just wanted to grab it and show it.
Yeah, it's still kind of lame. I mean, it looks good.
The next thing that we have are some Wave 4 of the Transformer Generations IDW Deluxe figures. The first one, you have the mini-cons here. So these are actual photos. The ones that we have viewed every single Cybercast previous have been kind of mock-up. So these are the actual Hasbro versions that we're going to be able to get in hand. And there's the one that I was looking forward to, and it doesn't look anything like what I thought.
Oh, come on. Let's see a robot mode.
Well, this mode right here looks very disappointing. The whole thing that I'm thinking when I saw this, I was like, repro labels, you are bought before you even come out.
Either repro labels or the Takara version.
Yeah, this looks so freaking plain. I am so disappointed. Now, the robot mode doesn't look as bad.
Yeah, which that's all we really saw was the robot mode anyways.
Yeah, here's the Starscream. What do you think about that?
Well,
you're thinking about this.
I pre-ordered the Japanese version anyways because I knew Hasbro was going to skimp out. So I mean it's whatever. If I do see this one in stores before I get the Japanese one in the mail, which will be likely, but I don't know.
You're gonna buy it and review it, and then you're gonna take it back and be like, hey, some jackass kid opened this shit before. Can I get a gift card? You're just gonna buy some like groceries.
Probably.
I've never done that. So
I could buy like 10 Lunchables with how much these deluxes cost.
I was watching something saw something online. It was like Lunchable problems, and they were like, what the hell's up with like getting skipping out on one piece of cheese or one cracker, and it was like, why are you like skipping out on like I need everything to be even, it's like Lunchable problems or something like that. I thought it was hilarious.
Well, it sucks because they do. They skimp on the one cracker, and it's just not cool.
Apparently, here in America, we are huge on our cheese. Like, we have got to have our cheese. That's probably why we're like the most obese country in the world. So much damn good food here. So
it is. It's a melting pot of deliciousness.
Here are those little mini cons that you see here. Honestly, I don't care about those, but if you do, there you go. Starscream there and his little comic. Yeah, the Sky Warp doesn't look too bad. Please turn down your video game.
It is turned
How are you even playing a video game? And we're on the Cybercast, and we're talking about exciting news, and it's about to get even more exciting. And I don't even know how you could do two things at once. I don't know if it's my ADD or.
I think it's your ADD because like I've had no problems.
Oh well, I have to concentrate on what I'm doing here, but that doesn't look too bad, right? I know that you said that
it looks
that you thought looked good.
It looks a lot better than the Takara one, easily.
The Takara one have pink.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just didn't have enough black. I think it was more gray than it was the black. I mean, it was just complete and utter bullcrap. Like that was one time the Takara one was just like not good.
I think this really looks good. Skywarp's always been my favorite out of the three. Now I love Starscream's character. I mean, there's no way that you can get around that Starscream's character is one of the best in Transformer history, no
Oh
matter
yeah.
what type of series you plug them into. I mean, it's just fantastic. But I always like the way Skywarp look, just because, like I've said before, I'm a fan
It's the
of
black and purple.
gray, purple, black. I just love it. The Decepticon logo's purple. It feels like this is his logo. Like this is the
Yeah.
official Transformer of the Decepticon. So
He has the same colors. Yeah, man, like seeing that Skywarp will probably cause me to end up picking up Thundercracker.
I knew I could
You
sell
know,
you on something. I knew I could do it. What about this
and
Minicon assault team here?
you know what? Probably not. You know, whenever it undoubtedly goes on clearance, absolutely. Because I will want some mini cons to go with my Armada Starscream.
Now there is a Starscream, or not Starscream, what the hell am I talking about? Skywarp and his comic right there. Yeah, honestly, it doesn't look bad, and it's really good that if you're able to pick up Hasbro products, close to you without having to order something online, because we all know how much of a pain that is. If you have to go online to buy something, you got to pay for all those shipping costs, and it just makes everything a little bit more expensive than what you feel it should be. It's really nice to get some Hasbro products if you're able to get those, and all three of them. It's nice to have all three Seekers and not have to get one type of a car version
And
of
not
another.
have to import. And then finally, this time, Hasbro did better than Takara. Just on the Skywarp, I really do like Takara's Fall of Cybertron Starscream, even though I don't have it. But as far as Skywarp and Thundercracker go, Hasbro I think really outdid themselves and did a good job. And finally something that Takara didn't really do as good that Hasbro kind of picked up on, and that's a very rare thing nowadays.
All right, my favorite figure and the one that it's been a long time. Like the only generation style Transformer that I have is I was about to say Warbot. Warpath. Just because I think he's that good, and when I bought him, I was like, "There's no way anyone will be able to do a better job than this. This is absolutely perfect." And I know there have been some really good generation figures in the past. I know some people will probably mention like
Springer and
Cyclonus.
Sandstorm.
Yeah, Cyclonus or Springer Sandstorm. I am getting this Springer Sandstorm, but for a long time I told myself I am not getting any type of figures like that. As soon as I saw this, I knew that I was getting it. And I really hope, and like I said, it does look a little bit better here in robot mode. You can see a little breakup as far as paint goes. It's a little blue, red, gray here, and
It's still
the waist section's a little bit different than this section. I still need repro labels or
yeah.
buy the Takara.
See, if I were you, I'd buy the Takara and then just kind of go from there. I mean, worst comes to worst, you can still repro label the Takara version.
I do like the little Target Master guys right here. Actually, have a nice bit of color. I mean, they have more color than Scoop here, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But I really hope this sells well. I hope that this is the first one that sells out from the pegs, and Hasbro kind of gets an idea of, wow, people really enjoyed that deluxe Target Master. You know what? Maybe we should come out with the rest of the Autobot Target Masters and also the Decepticon Target Master Juniors as well, because this is what this originally was a Target Master Junior.
Yeah.
So
See
I'm
that.
just kind of hoping that that's what happens. There he is in box. You know what? I might not be able to wait for this figure. That's how excited I was for him. Yeah, he looks so freaking awesome here in the picture here, and then when you get to the robot, it's like, oh, he's like really light colored. I like all this dark looking color, but I might end up buying both. Who knows?
Yeah.
You can expect a
See,
review on
you
that thing
you
because
could
I
toss that
can't
money
wait for it.
around like that, huh?
Yeah, every once in a while I'm able to come by $15. So,
I'm surprised
uh,
that wasn't a Voyager, to be totally honest with you.
well, I'm glad he's a deluxe because he's a Target Master Junior and he should be a deluxe now, like they've done with those other Hasbro announcements that some other headmasters are coming out and they're making some Voyagers and then some deluxe. I don't get that. They should all
Yeah.
be Voyagers. So that gives me an idea that, well, you guys are going to be failing here, and this is not going to be something that I want. This is going to be another thing where you just repaint something and you just give them a head or something like that. You expect me to accept it. I'm sorry, my standards are a little bit higher than that.
Yeah.
But here we have the Armada Starscream and its
Man,
packaging.
I really do dig the way that Armada Starscream looks. Um, Definitely am going to be more happy, I guess, to see the Takara version, because I know it's going to be done better
There's
and
a
right.
lot of red right here. Just like when you circle, just right here, there is a ton of red. Now, I know there's a little bit of black and some yellow spots right here, but I gotta think that the car version is gonna be a little bit better. Same with the scoop. I mean, most of the time that's the way to go. Sometimes Hasbro has their moments, and if you're looking for something that you don't have to pay for shipping, import, then it's gonna be cheaper if you're able to get the Hasbro version. But 9 times out of 10, the car version's the way to go.
Definitely.
There's the Minicon Assault Team. So you know what? I see this selling if you grew up during, was it Armada
The
Unicron
Unicron trilogy.
trilogy or something like that, to where that's when Minicons were. Because I remember my youngest brother trying to explain, like, he was like, oh, well, this is a mini. Because I was like, what the hell's going on with this Transformer? Are you watching Transformers? He was like, yeah, and Megatron is trying to get like these Minicons because they like power up and like this. I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
What's crazy is they were some pretty terrible toys.
I was
I
like, I come from G1, and right after G1, I quit watching. I didn't even watch Beast Wars, so that was my middle brother's thing, was Beast Wars. And then my third brother, it was like, this Minicon stuff. I don't want. I'm trying to be polite. I was about to use the word crap, but make it. It's important to someone's childhood, so we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But to me, I had no idea what he was talking about, and it really didn't make sense.
See, that's the Armada trilogy or the Unicron trilogy. That's when I kind of started to get out of Transformers. So
Well, there's the Skywarp and package there. Really looks nice.
definitely. I really do dig the Skywarp.
All right, and this says they have images of unique toys, not Tantrum and not Blaster. So, as many people may know, Tantrum is one of the Predacons, and you already have TFC toys, you have Mastermind Creations, you have Unique Toys. There's another fourth company out there that we haven't reported on for a long time because they haven't updated anything. I don't know if they quit and said, like, we're probably not going to survive on this, but it was maybe even a couple of months ago that were reported on it. So far, 4 third-party Predakings. This is the 5th Unique Toys Tantrum figure. And, I like some of the things that Unique Toys do. I like those little Sharkies. I think they're excellent looking. Can't wait to get my hands on them. I think they're priced right. I think they were giving Galvatron fans that are, what's the generation style, collectors, something that they were always wanting. They wanted a proper Galvatron in that size form. And
which hadn't
most of the
really
time,
given
I
us.
don't have a problem with the more third-party companies coming out with their versions, just because as collectors, like I've said before, it gives us the opportunity to kind of pick what we want. If we don't want it, then who gives a crap if someone else comes out with it? But do
Man,
you kind of think they're following suit? What are your thoughts here, Dakota?
it's
I'm
just,
curious.
there's only so many different ways you can have your take on Predaking. And I think 3 is about the limit. 4, 5, like you're just copying at that point what someone else is already doing. There's no way you're getting that much more stuff going on. It's just not happening.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially when it seems like you're kind of coming late to the ball game. Like you're coming in at the third quarter and you're seeing what everyone else did wrong and did right in the first half, and then you're like, well, this is what I'm going to change about it.
yeah, I mean, it's just, and I've said this so many different times. I'm just tired of the same stuff, the same, kind of ball game. We already know for the most part that TFC is going to tackle all of the combiners, assuming they're still naming them all after Greek gods and goddesses. Um, but why do you know? I just don't understand why they're all doing it at the same time. Yeah, there is a variety, a flavor and variety, but it still gets really old really quick.
I think this is a sign that Unique Toys has, or yeah, Unique Toys, not Tantrum. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but they've already come out with a Tantrum figure. This is what this says, Unique Toys. And I'm kind of thinking about it right now. Um,
Unless they just updated it.
I thought that all 5 of those figures are already out. So, um, I guess I was thinking of another third-party company, but this does say Unique Toys, and for what I thought, they had already come out with their Tantrum. So, I apologize, but it go ahead and give my opinion out there. I still don't think it's better than the TFC or Mastermind Creation version that I think is superior. So.
Yeah, both of those are really the great way to go. You either get your, and that's where it comes to more people doing the same stuff. There's 3 ways to do Hercules. There's way 1, which is make it very just curvy and spiky and give it that kind of brand new aesthetic, which is essentially what Mastermind Creations is doing. There's way 2, which is keeping it blocky but updating it classic style, which is what, in my opinion, TFC is doing. And then there's the okay, let's just take the Generation 1 figures and add articulation to them, which is kind of what Unique Toys is doing.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different here. This is probably their better figure out of the 5, to be quite honest, but I still don't like them. All right, moving on to the next Unique Toys section here. They are coming out with a blaster. There's also another company that's coming out with a blaster. I don't think that I have them backed up. I just kind of started pulling up things at random. But this is Unique Toys blaster right here, and as you can see, it comes with a cassette, so more than likely that's going to be able to fit in the chest, so that's a nice little bonus there.
Do we know how big the cassette is yet?
No, not on this one. They didn't give any type of size comparison. This, to be honest, I have no idea what it is.
Huh.
It just says that they have the Tantrum and Blaster here, so as far as this guy, don't know who he is. So you guys can speculate, if you think it's some particular character.
Is that supposed to be Tantrum?
Is that who it's supposed to be? Because it doesn't look anything like him, because the robot head's supposed to have the horns here. That chest looks like it would be Tantrum there. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. And then that just kind of like
Wow.
enforces my opinion on the Predaking mode doesn't look bad, but the individual figures and their beast or robot mode do not look good in my opinion.
All right. Well, stay classy, Unique Toys. Keep up the work, I guess.
All right, so yeah, after all that, I'm gonna have someone from Unique Toys like be in the comments and tell me how I messed up on something, but whatever. So the next thing is fans toys and getting into some exciting but little bit discouraging third-party news. This is the same company that gave us Quakewave, which I have said many times that this is the best third-party product that I've ever held in my hands. Absolutely love Quakewave. It's Fans Toys version of Shockwave. They're going to be coming out with Scora, which is their FTO4. Basically, Dinobot Slag here. What do you think about this, Dakota?
Looks really good. I'm guessing to fit that Masterpiece Generation 1 aesthetic?
Yes, sir. That's kind of where they go with this. Like they don't try to beat around the bush and be like, yeah, well, this is only for like your third party, or it may be for your classics, generations.
Yeah,
They're
it's
like,
a
we
pretty
are
masterpiece
making
release.
products to put on your masterpiece shelf. And there you can see that they already plan on doing Swoop, and I'm assuming that this may be like a Sludge or something like that.
Probably. Yeah, because the
Because
Swoop,
he's so tall.
Snarl, Sludge.
Yeah,
Um,
they just don't have Snarl on here, but I'm thinking that this may be Sludge because he's like supposed to be the Brontosaurus, and he's quite a bit taller. But look at this guy. You see where Swoop, and you see where he is. You got the light up sword, so everything they're keeping the way that they did with the Grimlock Masterpiece.
which is
And there's
excellent.
some mock-ups. Let me get to this. I'll come to these pictures here in a second, but there he is, head to head. And he actually comes with two extra pieces that I'll show you here in a second that plug into the bottom of Grimlock's feet to make him head to head. As you see, they're both taller than MP10 there.
Yeah. Huh.
You ready for the negative on this guy though?
Hit me with it.
It's up for pre-order at TF Source and Big Bad Toy Store. More than likely Captured Prey as well for $200.
Pass.
It's a little disappointing.
Pass. I think I'll pass. Pass on that
I'll,
one. Pass.
you know what I seriously think is with with the Bayformers, say what you will. I usually have a lot to say when it comes to Bayformers. It's not it's not like a big secret that I hate the Bayformer movies and the toys, but it does bring popularity to the franchise. And with them coming out with Dinobots, we saw they doing Dinobots, or at least one in the Fall of Cybertron line with Grimlock, and with them already saying that they're coming out with all five here with the Transformer 4 movie. If those sell really well, I mean, Takara, maybe even Hasbro, but Takara would have to be complete fools not to come out with some masterpiece versions of the rest of the Dinobots. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Because most of the time they boost off the popularity of these Bayformer films, especially whenever you have a third-party company that is making fantastic figures. So I don't want people to think that this is not good enough for the money. It's just, in my opinion, I don't feel comfortable spending $200 on a third-party product when I just assume that Takara will finally get their butt in gear and give us what we want.
See, theoretically, when it comes to masterpieces, I mean, we're undoubtedly going to get, the masterpiece of whatever. It's just a matter of when. But hopefully, if they do kind of get popular, then yeah, we may see them sooner.
And I think TF4 will. That'll be my one praise with that movie is you finally helped us get the masterpiece Dinobots. And don't get me wrong, guys. If you were thinking about getting this, then you're not getting a bad figure here. Like I said, Dakota's even handled the Quake Wave in his hands as well. We can tell you that every single joint is tight. The quality is superb. I mean, it's just a fantastic figure. And you just look at this, you can see that it's absolutely just like a masterpiece figure. It is fantastic.
It's insanely nice. But and thinking about it, I guess
they've already committed to the other ones as well, which is nice.
Yeah, and thinking about it, it's like how much would actually a masterpiece swoop and sludge and slag cost Takara? They'd probably come out around the same price because with Quake Wave, we were thinking more or less to Hasbro masterpiece pricing, but Takara masterpiece pricing is about pretty close to that price point.
When it all comes down to it, I'd rather have a official product versus a third-party company, though.
Very true, and I agree, especially if they can do it good and do it right, which they seem to have no problem with the masterpiece line.
Now, here's the other little thing that they are having to come out with, and I don't get this whole thing. Why don't you just make the figure that you're making a little bit shorter? But apparently that it comes with this little foot-looking thing here.
Maybe because Grimlock had to be taller than Optimus too.
It separates and it plugs into the bottom of his feet here.
Can he still transform with them?
No, you're gonna have to take it off.
They don't incorporate into the Dinobot.
And that's how it incorporates into the T-Rex there. It plugs into his back and becomes a little cannon, kind of like Tantrum and Headstrong from the Predacons.
Space T-Rex with a cannon on his back.
So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, but we'll kind of move on from there. But, positives and negatives to take from that, guys.
Definitely.
All right, so the next thing we're going to be taking a look at is Mega Steel. This is the first time I'm actually hearing about this company. But apparently they've released two other figures. So this is MS-03. This is the Blaster prototype. And this is actually going to be in that Generations universe or Classics size scale. So for you guys that were looking for a blaster to fit in that, this is not going to be like a masterpiece. This is going to be more of that size range. Here you go. And something that I saw someone in the comments point out is when you transform it in the boombox, the speaker right here, when you transform it, is on the inside. So what they did is they put little speakers here on the outside. So nice little attention to detail there.
Yeah, it really is.
No word on. It looks like the little set right here can come open. No word on if it can fit cassettes or if it'll be coming with its own cassettes or anything like that, or the buttons move. But it looks like there's a little bit of a break there. But either way, it doesn't look too bad.
We'll know eventually.
There's this boombox. First, I thought it might be masterpiece size, and I was like, yeah, not interested because I know Takara will eventually come out with theirs. But it's for those, Generation Classic collectors.
Yeah.
And there you go. There's a nice little size scale. Most people have some type of version of this guy.
Yeah, that mold's come out like 19,000 times already.
So same guy that same mold that came out for your City Commander for the third-party collectors out there. All right, so the next thing is the Unique Toys Sharkies, or as they're calling them, the Sharkticons or Gnaw. So you can see them that they're all piled up here.
Very masterpiece size.
Yeah,
or at least
I
masterpiece
like
scale.
this. Yeah, that's really, really cool. And then
For
here you have the
a
original G1 over here.
for someone closer to the say classic thing, not really too good. Granted, I'd really like to see what they look like with Fall of Cybertron Grimlock, because that's kind of my classic Grimlock, so to say. Really freaking awesome looking though.
And here's what we were talking about earlier: is all three of them will be coming with a different head, or at least a face expression. So this guy, he's like, "Oh crap, it's Grimlock," and this guy's just like, um, "What's for dinner?" I don't know. Like he's just like, I don't have any emotion. And then here you have the original G1. So, whenever you look at them compared to the original G1, I see a lot of similarities there, especially this guy with the facial expression. This is really cool. I like this.
Yeah.
Here's all three of them with all three. So you have a freak out mode. You have a guy that's just like, what's for dinner, and I'm just happy to be here. No
Freaky.
facial expression whatsoever. And then you have this guy right here. Apparently, Facebook. I can type in his name. Let's
So
let's name
Freaky
this guy.
Smurf, Happy Smurf, and Frowny Smurf.
Let's
All right
name
there.
him Bob. So we'll do that.
But
So
it's,
then
it's
you
gonna
have
it's gonna tag your friends. That's what it's there
Is,
for.
is that what it is? I have no
Yes.
idea. I don't do that crap. That's for what other people. But then here you have Bob, and so that's what we're gonna name him. And he's very disappointed because someone had used the bathroom. He had to go really bad, and he sat on the toilet. And then when was done, he found out that there's no damn toilet paper. He is absolutely pissed. So that's his facial expression.
Story of my life.
And all three of them right here. So
Really nice box.
nice little
too.
set for
I love it.
$90. All three of them. I mean, that's nice.
I really like the way the box looks as well. Box looks really nice.
Well, there's that. And there's what the back is going to look like. All right, the next thing is the CM's Corporation Brave Gulkin Exosuit. These are the color images right here. We took a look at this weeks back. I forget if it was the TFCon episode or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But you have the exosuit. You have Daniel and going with what's his name? I forget his freaking name.
Spike?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So you have Spike and Daniel here, and you can
fan
see
you
that-
are.
because I don't pay attention to the humans. The only humans that I pay attention to are the ones in Super Guy Master Force, because they're the only ones that actually impact the cartoon. But these guys are very nice looking, to be honest. This is probably going to be totally expensive, considering that it's made by CM's Corporation. You can see a little bitty chubby fat Unicron over here.
It's adorable, is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. But this looks very accurate to the cartoon.
Does the suit
Very
transform? Or didn't we see it transform? I can't remember if it transformed
Well,
or not.
in the '86 animated movie, it did transform.
I'm talking about the figure. No, I've seen the '86 movie.
Yeah, but that's where I'm thinking. I was like, you know what? I wonder if it does. But
Assuming you
maybe
could,
because it says it,
you could obviously fit Daniel in there. You can just slide him in. It should have no problem transforming.
it looks like you have the articulation breakups. I mean, it would be hard. All you'd have to do is connect these arms and fold these up, and then push the legs in and connect them and pull these little feet up, and the thing's pretty much transformed.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't difficult looking, because that was the one thing that they wanted to get right in the '86 animated movie, to where it's like, if this human does transform, we got to make sure that he's not all bent around to where we're breaking bones or anything like that. Now, when they came out with the Headmasters, in America, they didn't mind them like folding up with their head touching their feet,
Or the
for
fact that this
long hours.
exosuit somehow turns into RC's head somehow.
Yeah. So then they did not care about it. They wanted to be done with it and sell the toys. But in the movie, they try to make good use out of it. So there you go. This is something that pulled up just today, this morning, a couple of minutes before I did my announcement video. We had talked about it earlier. TFC Toys, new images of Groove and Streetwise for the Protective Bots.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I wish these images were a little bit better here, but there's Groove, the motorcycle, which looks awesome. I like that. And don't forget that Make Toys is coming out with, I believe it's Make Toys that said they're coming out with the Defensor as well. I'm probably going to hold out for the Make Toys version, but I do like the way that Groove looks there. Then you have this guy right here.
You know, even though I've already sold my Hercules, I still do prefer Hercules over Giant, but I think in terms of quality and better build, Make Toys has the, like, everything. They just know how to make stuff and make it good quality, and not have to come out with 7 fixes each time a new figure is released.
Here you have Streetwise. This doesn't look that great to me, to be honest. The whole little, hood and the windshield just coming right here. Wish there was a little bit more to it. I'm not a big fan of that. Here you have the car mode modeled off of the Mustang. And there is Groove's foot mode there. Still want to see more Make Toys information. I mean, when do we get more information about that Computron? And I mean, come on, we're ready to see what that Computron's about.
We know what the prototype looks like.
Yeah, and then you have this guy and his Streetwise and his car mode, which really nothing to it. Looks like he just plugs into his back bumper and hood pulls back. So not really. I don't know. Doesn't seem like a third-party product whenever you look at it like that. It seems a little plain.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and move on. Got a couple new photos from Perfect Effects.
That's what I'm talking about. Fort Max.
Warden or Fort Max. So he's got his gun propped up on him.
120, like, right? It was 120?
No, it's going to be more than that. But you know what? I think it was 140, but guys, don't quote me on that just because of the fact that I got that swoop guy.
Hold on, I'm going
to like way wrong. So go look it up. But I think it was around 140, and I'm more certain on this one.
Yeah, and I knew it was somewhere in that area, but I think I'm just gonna go pre-order it like right now.
So there's that picture. Here's that little tank. And what's cool, if you look at the treads on this, it looks like they are rubber, so they would actually move. So you got a little bit of an action feature there. And then he transforms into the head as well for your original G1 or your Encore Fort Max. And you can see him posted up on there, which is really nice. There he is in a couple of different ways. You got little Maximus down here, your Fort Max.
Perfect Effect Warden. 140 at Captured Prey. So, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around that 140, 150 range there. There he is again with him. And the last picture there. A little too large for my liking. I want all my Headmaster figures to fit the same.
Well, I think
the Advanced Project eventually will come out with a...
I always thought Cerebro should have been bigger because, he does connect to a mammoth city-sized Transformer. So he rightfully should be bigger than the rest of the Headmasters.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not sold on this. Maybe it's because of the fact they keep on trying to plug in the IDW thing to it.
You can remove that. You can. I mean, I'm gonna keep it plugged in because it's amazing.
Maybe that's what is turning me off. It's almost like telling like a girl, like she comes over and she wants you, and you're just like, you know what, you got a mole on your leg, and
lose the crap, and we'll talk.
You came over wearing khakis, and I actually prefer jeans, and I just now that I've got khakis in my mind, I can't do it. I'm sorry. All right, the next thing that we'll take a look at is Warbatron, and this is the Bruticus figure, and we have new updated pictures of this. So we have a look at the figures individually, and this guy is going to be massive. And pre-orders up for this guy. So if you want Onslaught, he's up at TF Source for $119. The other 4 individual figures are $89. So they're actually a little bit cheaper than what I thought they would be. But if I didn't already have my Fans Projects Bruticus set, I would jump on this because I think it looks good. They're the all 5R individually there. So you got Brawn, Swindle, Onslaught, Blastoff, and Vortex. There they are, and their alternate modes there. And now we get updated close pictures of these guys. There's Swindle. What do you think about these guys, Dakota?
Man, I think they look good, but I'm assuming as a total price, you'll probably be better off tracking down Warbot. I mean, not Warbot.
Fans Project set.
Fans Project, yeah. Instead of the Warbotron stuff looks.
You can only pick it up on the secondary market now, so.
Yeah, but I mean, even still, like there's people trying to get rid of this stuff on fan sites, and that's where I kind of factor in most of my, I guess, cost.
I never even looked on there to buy stuff. I always just looked on eBay.
Yeah, see, I always go to TFW to do whatever I can. I try to stay away from eBay, but because Warbotron looks like he's gonna be bigger, and it is a new third-party company, so they're just probably gonna be like, oh, we think that we should charge this, and that's always something to look forward to. Until I see something that's a price, then I can't really make my judgment. Other than that, they look good. But
yeah, I mean the prices, once you think about it, they're cheaper than the TFC prices. They're cheaper than the Mastermind Creation prices, and you factor in that the Fans Project comes out with the Minosaur, and they're charging like $120, $130, something like that for Motormaster. So about much smaller, they're charging like $60. So, $30, pretty much $30 more per figure there, but they're much larger.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of nice detail in this guy.
So you said these are $30 a figure?
No, they're $30 more than the Fans Project Stunticons.
Oh, yeah.
Except for Motormaster, he's about the same price there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
Bad.
No, they're not, but still.
If you don't have a Bruticus and you like, I don't want to say that I like this more than the Fans Project version.
I can already tell you I don't like it more than Fans Project.
All I can say is, Fans Project, please come out with the other 3 bots. I'd rather have 5 awesome bots, and I know you can make a great Bruticus-looking figure, versus I have 2 cool individual robots and then 3 crappy ones, and just because of your extra parts, you end up making an awesome combiner. That's all I want. Just come out with the other 3 figures. Oh yeah, that's the same thing there. All right, the next thing from the same company, Orbitron, they have announced they're coming out with the WBO3 possible, or this is actually it's mislabeled here, but WBO2, and it's supposed to look like Minosaur, or what a lot of people are speculating. I don't see why it wouldn't be Minosaur. I mean, you can see the 2 wheels up here at the top, the 1 wheel here at the bottom. This is obviously a car. This is a car. This is a car. And yeah, the sword is a clear giveaway, and then you got the little horns here. So
looks like 2 cars facing backwards on the legs as well.
Yeah, curious to see what this turns out to look like. I know that I'm going to be completely happy with my Fans Project version, and it's going to be the cheaper way to go as well. But this is something that they've announced, so maybe this company Warbitron, they're going to kind of tackle what TFC is basically going to be able to do. Is they're like, you know what, we're going to be coming out with our own figures as well. And you know what, I like the approach of them, because both figures that they have announced are not ones that TFC has already done.
Yeah, they're ones Fans Project has already tackled, but hey.
Yeah, they are, but they're not ones that, because a lot of people, they usually follow suit of TFC, and I like seeing a company being like, you know what, we're gonna meet you from the other end.
Yeah,
definitely. And I think that's cool. So hopefully by doing something like this, I mean, you got the Mate Toys, Computron. Maybe we'll start to see some Leo Kaiser stuff, and we'll also start to see, Piranacon, and maybe some Road Caesar, things like that would be really nice to. Still, no Abominus, man. I'm surprised we haven't got Abominus yet.
Or God Neptune / King Poseidon. Really
the
want
Piranacon, yeah.
Yeah, I really want that God Neptune repaint once they come out with it.
All right, the next thing is Toy World's Trace. You have the final product images of this guy, and this is based off one of the throttle bots. I believe his name was Chase. I might be wrong, but there's so many G1 figures to remember their names and their third-party names and stuff like that. Sometimes I forget, but there he is. Looks like he's supposed to be like some new updated Porsche Cayenne or something like that, but not too bad.
Yeah,
I like that face sculpt.
Nice profile, and the robot mode looks nice.
Yeah, I like that. I like that face sculpt too. It just, whenever you get into stuff like this, it looks a little plain. I mean, it could use maybe some Repro Labels or something like that.
It's likely that Repro Labels is already working on a set too.
There it is in box. And the other piece of news on this guy, it can turn into an arm.
Finally, we get to see some of that Gestalt stuff they've been talking about.
Yeah, everything else was the legs, and it was just kind of like flip the bumper out, and this could form a foot. But now you kind of get a little bit of a confirmation here that, it can probably turn into an arm. Now it says the parts for the fist belong to Mastermind Creations Company, but it's just for your reference. So they haven't actually came out with a fist that's included in this. It'll probably be in the main guy, the very last one. But it looks like, why would you think this wouldn't turn into an arm? I mean, look at that.
I really, seeing that fist, I really do dig Mastermind Creations Predaking. I'm just ready for the gift set.
And the fact that it actually has a place for the fist to plug into as well, and it's made by a totally different company, shows you that more than likely you can almost bank on it, guys, that if you are buying these figures, these throttle bots, that you're going to be able to combine them. So there you go. Next thing is XSS or SXS. There we go. AO2. It's basically their concept design of the replacement head for the TFC Toys Uranus. As you can see, he's going to have kind of a like somebody did not replace the toilet paper pose, and then he's going to be like, "Damn it! Now there's no toilet paper in the whole house." Pose. So now he's got a dirty bum, and now he's got to find a way to get to Walmart to buy some toilet paper. So there he goes. I think. Go ahead.
Just nothing. Just pass.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you're buying those things, then you're interested. But this is Cyber Omicron or something.
What
like
is
that.
this? This looks like it looks a lot like Galaxy Force or Cybertron Optimus Prime. At least I think, or am I thinking Energon?
There it is. Is that what it is? I don't know what those things are. This happened after G1, so.
Yeah, man, I could swear. I think that's Cybertron or Galaxy Force Optimus Prime. Or no. It looks like Energon and Cybertron. I don't know, man. It's like I'm totally confusing myself now.
And there it is, all freaking combined.
What is that? Wow. That's not official, is it? Or I mean.
I believe it is. This person on Facebook says, kind of cool colors, but that is the worst looking Prime figure ever made. Fitting, since that was also the worst Transformers series ever made.
Huh.
So,
well, I mean,
that's a comment from someone I don't know.
See, I love Galaxy Force Prime, but yeah, that looks more like Energon Prime. So, whatever. I don't really know my Energon Cybertron. I'm pretty sure it's Energon, but whatever. I mean, I think it looks good.
Why are you on the Cybercast? You're supposed to pick up on my slack when it's not related to G1.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it looks like Energon. Like I'm gonna go with Energon, and everyone's gonna be happy with that. I think it looks good. Is it third party, or was it? I mean, what was it?
Let's see if it has a car. It says be in China, and I don't see a car Hasbro thing on it, so I guess it is.
You know what? I'm good with that. That looks good. I think it looks good.
I know that I did see it on Robot Kingdom, so if you're looking at this or want to know a little bit more information on it, I did see it on pre-order, or maybe it's in stock at Robot Kingdom, so you can go there.
Okay.
All right, so top beam. I thought it was top team this whole time, but top beam, super deformed G1 Nemesis Prime. Now we've seen the original G1 Optimus Prime. We've seen a shattered glass version. Now they are coming out with Nemesis Prime, and this is the one guy out of the three that have been announced that's going to be a little bit cheaper one. So there you go.
Cool for Nemesis Prime collectors, I guess.
And I'll pull one more picture up here for you. There you go.
You know, I was going to do the whole collect all the Black Primes thing, but I started seeing how expensive it got, and I was like, I'll just keep my Scourge.
All right, and Transformers Cloud, Guardians of Time. So this is something that we kind of hinted at in the last episode. eHobby basically paired up with Takara Mall, and they're coming out with that looks to be kind of a comic book series, but you're basically going to be getting, and it says for 5,940 yen, which is basically, in US that's about $60, something around there, somewhere between $55 and $60. Getting another United version right here, Optimus Prime, without the gray sections here on his arm, and so you're also going to be. Go ahead.
So United Prime, and they're doing Megatron from the either the GDO version or the
Legend mold.
That's pretty cool. I think that's a really good idea, actually.
And apparently, it's like there's still not a whole lot of information on it, but these are going to be Takara made, so they're going to have a little bit more better paint apps than what you would get with your normal, Hasbro products. But cool stuff,
Yeah.
Even though I don't plan on getting it, but gives you another opportunity to get some other figures.
That means selling my Classics Prime probably got a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, so you might want to do that soon because this one obviously looks better with the all red right here. So.
Yeah, and it comes with Megatron, or does it not?
No, it doesn't come with Megatron. So let's be clear, they are five. I like using the yen. Is 5,940 yen. Like, I mean, that just sounds like it'd be a ridiculous price. Well, it still kind of is, but
yeah. See, that's what kind of drew me. I was like, wow, $60 for 2 Voyagers from Takara. That's awesome.
No, that's actually each is what they say here. Yeah, there you go. So each right there. And these will be up for pre-order next Friday, November 22nd to January 6th. That's what it says here.
Pretty cool.
Next thing is the Transformers Human Alliance arcade trailer.
By the way, that was Energon Prime. Leo Prime corrected me on that.
Good.
It's Energon, Optimus, and Wing Saber is what Dalton said, so that's really cool.
You have any other comments there?
No.
No?
Not really.
All right, this is Transformers Human Alliance arcade trailer. And if you haven't seen this thing, it's on TFW. It's on the front page, and it is horrible. The voice acting in this, I feel like most people that watched the Halloween episode said that I did a good Cobra Commander voice and you did a good Neo voice, and I don't think that they meant like you sounded exactly like them, but you could definitely tell that if there was no costume and you did the voice, you'd definitely be able to tell who he sounded like. In this trailer, Optimus Prime, some human dude, and Megatron, all of them sound like they're voiced by the same guy, and he's just a horrible voice actor.
So Hasbro's getting lazy. Gotcha.
Absolutely. Just go watch this trailer, and it's right down here, and it's based off the movie here. It's about a little bit less than 1 minute. It's 58 seconds long. It is absolutely horrible. It's garbage. And the last thing, which I thought we would be able to discuss, is Takara Tomy has announced that they will be coming out with announcing their Fans' Choice Masterpiece, and that reveal will be happening November 19th at 8 p.m. Japanese time. So I'm not really sure what that is for US here, but
all right, everyone, place your bets. I'm gonna go with Wing Saber, actually, because I think last I checked it was like Wing Saber, and then like one of the Unicron trilogy characters was like, Power Master Prime or God Jinrai and Primal.
What's Wing Saber from?
Huh?
What's Wing Saber from? Do you mean
he was
Victory
one of the leaders?
Saber?
Victory. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. He said Wing Saber, so that's why I was thinking Wing Saber. Whatever.
Up, Dakota.
Yeah, I really need to get my stuff together. But
there you go. Did you mean Victory Saber?
Yeah, Victory Saber.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I think it's going to be as well.
Yeah, because the comment said Wing Saber, and I'm looking at a comment that said Wing Saber, so I said Victory Saber.
Well, people in the comments, they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Well, no, it was about the thing that we were talking about earlier, but it's either going to be Victory Saber, and I think Micron Legend Convoy or Armada Optimus Prime was like next under him, and like what sucks is God Jinrai and Primal were like nowhere to be found in that like top.
Jinrai! Come on, buddy. I want him to make it.
Man, they really need to make Primal. It's bullcrap.
But doesn't that have articulation already?
Dude, it doesn't matter. They still need to make it. It doesn't have real fur.
But the thing is,
I want real fur. I want real fur on my Optimus Primal.
Like they would do that.
Oh, they would.
The thing is, the way that I look at the Masterpiece series is you give us more of what we saw on the anime into the toy, and no toy needs that more than G1 figures. Would you disagree there? I don't want to hear
Yes.
like, well, animated they could use a little bit more waistband there. And it's like, no, you had articulated figures. You know, you had ball joint. Yeah,
But
maybe not
whoa,
ball
whoa,
joint,
whoa!
but
You're totally against ball joints to begin with. Like that's ball joints. That's your thing. You're against that.
what are ball joints?
Exactly. See, so you don't need that. You don't need that. You just need to get your G1. You know, you just need to be
No,
happy with your G1 God Jinrai, and then you just need to let me have my
the
masterpiece
leg
primal so I can be happy.
articulation is basically spreading the legs apart in a split a little
Yeah,
bit.
but that's your thing. You like that.
I think it's great for collectors because we can put them on our shelf and they're not falling all over the place.
I mean,
You know, or they're
exactly.
not like
So
wearing out. You know, not wearing out at that ball joint over time, and then all of a sudden doing the splits that they can never stand up again. So I mean,
yeah, so
that's
I mean,
great.
that's
But
why you
but
don't
but
need the
we're talking
masterpiece.
masterpiece. We're talking masterpiece here. We're talking spending serious money for
How
some
about
figures.
this? How about this? I get primal, then they can make God Jinrai, whatever his name was, the truck driver.
Oh, don't you dare! You better say his name right. It's blasphemy. Jinrai, one of the top two greatest Transformer characters of all time,
Yeah,
is
right
Jinrai.
behind primal.
Oh my god, you don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, we've got to set up a time to where we can start doing these G1 episode commentaries again, and I want to get into Super God Master Force. And we're obviously going to do the subtitles on. It doesn't even matter if it's in
See,
English
we
or
should do it
not.
without subtitles because I think that would be a lot more interesting.
No, I don't think so because people will get
I,
pissed
I
off because they
think
don't even know what. Because we're not going to. I'm not going to be repeating what they're saying, and people
that's why
can
you
at
just
least
say what you think
even
they're
if they
saying.
want to like tune us out, they've never seen it and they just want to tune us out and be like, I don't care about these guys, but I do want to see the episode finally. Then they'll be able to do that. What the hell happened to
Real
my
quick,
camera?
thanks Action Jackman. I appreciate that. He knows what I'm talking about.
What do you say? What do you say? What do you say?
He just said thanks on the 100 subs, and he also said something about Optimus Primal needing to be a masterpiece before God Jinrai. So, you know, it's just
I
whatever.
doubt he said that. I seriously doubt he said
Yeah, he didn't say that.
that. I really, the thing is whenever, and we kind of speculated on this before, that they've said that these were the options as far as them coming out with the fans' choice. You kind of have to have the idea that they might have already kind of had a concept in mind
For all of them, obviously.
for every single one of them. So
Especially
even
to.
if you're the one that you really wanted doesn't get selected, it might happen in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, especially, they obviously had it kind of built up for each one because it takes like 16 to 18 months, I think, to get a transformer from paper to figure, and they're coming out with it, in what 6 months now, something like that. So
In 2014, so as far as we know.
yeah, so they've at least got something, but man, they just need to start giving us Beast Wars fans what we rightfully deserve,
They are.
because
They're
we
giving you Rhinox. They're
yeah,
giving you
that doesn't
Wasp
count. I
Eater,
mean,
and
that's
they're
that's
giving you Rat Trap
it's
or whatever his name
appreciated.
is.
It's appreciated, but it's still not masterpiece. Because I mean, we kind of did keep the brand alive, single-handedly. Beast Wars, woot woot. That's the reason, Bayformers happened to spark the interest of the brand.
Hmm. I actually have something that I'm gonna pull up here for you.
Just saying, classics would have never happened. Third parties would have never happened without Beast Wars.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna screen share this for you real quick. So, if you need a few more Beast Wars in your life, I got some that have never been made here. Or where are those things? No, that's not the right. Robot toy. There we go. Now, there's a couple of cool things in here, and the thing is, this website Shimamunga, whatever it is, uh, they used to be just like your go-to like knockoffs and oversized figure website. Now they're a little bit, they're almost totally legit, but they have 19 of these products that they just put under Robot Toy, which I guess is basically knockoffs.
Yeah, it is.
And some of them are oversized and stuff like that, but some really cool ones in here. This is one I actually liked, and this is like some black submarine, and it's supposed to be 20 centimeters tall. You can see him right there, next to a Salter. Here's that aircraft carrier back here, but yeah, in my opinion, he doesn't look too bad. I like that head sculpt as well. But yeah, there was there's a bus on here that transforms.
Yeah.
There's these little guys that I know some people have seen before. I was actually looking at these thinking about buying them, but just shipping so much from this website because we live in the U.S. that I was like, yeah, I just can't do it. It'd be a cool little novelty to have, but not something that I'm like dying to have. I'd rather have other things for that money.
Yeah.
Here's a set of guns for, I think it's $15 plus the shipping.
Nice. Good luck getting those through customs, unless they're
So you
packaged
got
in
these four.
robot mode.
Who knows how big they are? The thing is, I think that looking at the robots, I think that they might be a little small. Plus, there's really no detail in them.
I mean, for the assault looking, the assault weapon and the SMG, sure, but the handguns, man.
So shipping's $12, and these are 12. So it would cost you $24 for these things, out the door. But my friend, we have some Beast Wars.
Oh, you can go screw yourself. I already see some of them.
So these are called Happy Cubot, aka Beast Wars. Shipping's going to be $10 for each. I believe they're $14 a piece. And let me show you one right here. As you can see, this guy right here, you got the frog. Not bad, huh? And there's a couple of figures here that you probably wouldn't be able to get through Beast Wars, and only through this company. So you have a crab, which basically replaces Rampage. I believe that's what that crab's name was, correct?
Oh.
So why pay that extra money for Rampage on eBay when you can get this guy right here? Then you have a frog, you have a bear, a butterfly. Yeah, Dakota. You got any Beast War butterflies? No? Well, there you go. You also have a cat, a dog, a dolphin. So you can play with that in your bathtub. You got a duck there as well. A monkey.
No, only my BotCon 2000 Ape Link gets to play in the bathtub. Don't be foolish.
And this is actually really cool. So for you guys out there that have kids, you have robot letters and robot numbers. They're priced a little bit different just because there's more letters than there are numbers here. But if you're trying to teach a kid to count or spell or anything like that, and these all have magnets on the back as well, so they can get magnetized to your refrigerator or a whiteboard or whatever the case may be, and they can actually transform as well. So if they're a fan of Transformers, and also let me show the robot letters here so you can kind of see those as well. This is something that kind of play with them and maybe get them a little bit more interested in it. I thought that was kind of cool. All right, anything before we get off? Kind of a long Cybercast, to be honest.
Yeah, man, I really don't think I have anything. No words of wisdom.
When have we heard those?
Dude, every time I open my mouth.
All right, well, nothing left in the comments? I know it lags behind a little bit, so... No?
Nope.
All right, well, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I appreciate you guys watching. And we will have the video form up here within the next hour. But if you're interested in that contest, you know what to do. If you do not, then that's whenever I put the video form up, I'll end up editing those two little videos together because we had some technical difficulties there in the beginning. But this is the last episode for it, and next episode we will announce the winners. So I will need to know what type of Voyager you want. I really don't care. It's just basically Voyager figure. I've got a Sandstorm put on layaway for whenever this contest ends. So I'll have it then, and I can buy a Springer. If you both want Springers or whatever the case may be, maybe you want a Beast Hunters Rising figure or something like that. I don't know, but just let me know. And if you're the winner, I will announce. We'll both announce that on episode 36, and we can get into it. You can just send us messages if you won, and we'll get into it then. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later. I am Josh, G1 Hexatron at YouTube and Twitter, and he is Dakota.
Hey.
There. Well. Yeah, not very streamlined there. It's like you're supposed to be like, and he is Dakota, and be like, yeah, Bravo 7th and all those places, even Russian mail order bride side. So. But all right, thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later.